easy team. Just a little catch up amongst other things. I promised the YouTubers I'd do a little Friday night vlog, so that's Friday night. Back down Charlie's, I decided to jump in Govs. And yeah, just a little catch up really. So last week I was down my new syndicate Jones's, decided to go for a couple of cats. How do you catch catfish? And all new to me that is. My mate said basically find a spot, fill it in and fuck a Ronnie on it. Yep, I can fucking handle that one. So that's exactly what I did. I jumped into 28, so I knew a couple of spots anyway, because I'd been in there a couple of months previously. Filled it in and fucked a couple of Ronnies in it. Anyway, to cut a long story short, I had 2 cat runs, managed to land one. One was a PB, 25-pound cat, which I was well chuffed about. And then in the morning, just about to pack up, I had another run, which was a gorgeous little carp, of just over 20 pounds. So I walked out the gate fucking feeling like fucking He-Man, I did. I was fucking well chuffed. So all in all, a great little session. First proper sort of session on there. Couldn't wait to get back down. I was already planning my next little episode down there. But I was a bit short. I'd had a few bits, but I needed a few bits and pieces, didn't I? So I decided to whip to the tackle shop on Saturday, which I hadn't. So you end up spending fucking loads, didn't you? And I always use the little tackle shop that's in town, you know. You need to try and sort of keep these little tackle shops going. So I've always used that one. I mean, I've been going down there for years and years, 15, 20 years. The same tackle shop. It's a bit awkward. You have to park halfway down a road and sort of walk 200 yards down. And about halfway, there's this bloke, and he's been there for years, a blind bloke, and he stands there sort of in a doorway, sort of selling matches, and you feel fucking well sorry for him. So I always put money in there, sort of put 20p in there every time I walk past. And he's been there for years. And every time I walk past, I sort of drop something in his little bowl. Don't worry about the matches, mate. You know, you just have that, and off I toodle to the tackle shop. And this has been going on for years and years. So anyway, I rocked down there Saturday. I was sort of getting he's not there. And I was like, where is he? You know, I hope he's all right. So anyway, I walked into the tackle shop, and I was only supposed to get a few fucking bits, didn't I? 20 minutes later, the counter's fucking loaded, and I walk out fucking arm in arm with fucking 2 bags of shit I don't really need, but sort of make myself feel better. So I chucked a left, and I'm walking down the road, and there he is. He's popped up, hasn't he? So I was fucking well chuffed about that. So fucking money in my pocket. I got my little 20p ready, didn't I? I mean, he's standing there, fucking bless him, in his fucking Mac. He's fucking belting hot. So I got up to him and I said, mate, you do realise there's not a cloud in the sky? And he's like, is there? So anyway, I dropped me 20p in his pot. And don't worry about the matches, mate. I've actually given up smoking anyway now. Don't worry about the matches, mate. And off I toodled. And I got about 3 or 4 steps. And he went, excuse me. And I sort of stopped and he went, are you that bloke that puts a 20p in here? Like over the years and never asked for anything. I went, yeah, that's me. He goes, well, they've fucking gone up. So with that, that was me fucking done, wasn't it? Fucking I was done. And carried on my merry way. So anyway, last week's session, I wanted to get back in 28, so I dropped down there. I couldn't. There was someone there. Nice old boy. Fuck knows what his name is. Can't remember. I need to meet someone at least 20 times before I remember their name. But a nice old boy. So I decided to fish to swim a couple down called the bay. Now this bay's chocked full of fucking weed. But there was fish fucking everywhere. So I'm stood in this bush, and as you do, for about half an hour, contemplating where to put these rigs, because I've never fished it before. One of them's blatantly obvious, there's a big arse sort of clear spot you can tell. And the other one was like, I was contemplating just putting the edge. So I'm stood there for about half an hour. Yep, I'm sorted, I know where I'm gonna put these. So I turned around, get me rods, I picked a rod up and I was stood at the end of the fucking sleeper, and here I am, fucking rod in my hand. And this fucking lump, fucking great unit, fucking whipped from underneath this tree, drifting in. I was in mid-cast, I sort of aborted the cast, I sort of, whoa, fucking leads fucking swinging about in it, and I didn't know what to do. What do I do? Back off, duck, fucking... So I decided just to stand still. And this thing's fucking drifting closer. This thing's like a fucking 40-pounder, this thing. Takes one look at me, and it's like, yeah, right, mate. and buggers off. I couldn't fucking believe it. Stood in a tree for half an hour. The minute I decide to move, this thing shows up. So anyway, whatever, great spectacle to see. It's the biggest one in there, I do believe, or I've been told. It's a fish called Scar or whatever, and I've seen it. Yeah, that's fucking massive. So that's yeah, that's sort of given me some serious encouragement to get back down there again. So anyway, I fished the bay, put my rods out. Nothing really happened. About 2:30, I had a sort of a runner, just enough to sort of get me out of the fucking bed like a shot. And then whatever it was, let go. That was the end of that. And then before I know it, 6:30 rolling around, and I'm sort of getting my stuff ready to go. Next thing I know, matey boy sort of poked his head in the bivvy. You all right, mate? From 28s, and I'm like, yeah, man. I had much now, had a little fucking incident, whatever. And he's like, no, I ain't had anything. He goes, but they're jumping all over me, but I've got to go to work. And I was like, no, I won't jump in after you, mate. I'll just spend another hour here and I'll bugger off. And then he was like, nah, go on, jump over. And I was like, And then it sort of got the better of me, didn't it? And I was like, okay then, I'll fucking get over there. So I whipped over into 28s, packed all my stuff up, just took rod's net and a few bits and pieces. Counted me wraps because I knew the spot. Fucked one over to the spot, landed. I weren't quite happy with it, you know, it was like a millimetre out, and I was like, fucking hell. So I decided to bring it in, and I brought it in, and I was about a couple of wraps in it from getting it in, and one sort of fucking licked out, didn't it? Fucking about 3/4 over the other side to the sort of bit left a bit. I was like, fucking hell, that'd do. Had it in my hand, 2 bits of foam, fucking wallop this one over to it, and you know, like the slack they leave, the little slack that hangs about for about 10 seconds after one wallops. Straight in this fucking slack it did, fucking straight in there. I actually sort of had to look around. Did anyone see that? That was pretty good. Stuck the rod on the gravel, went and grabbed my other one, counted my wraps, and then whipped that one back on the spot that, you know, I had the cat from last week. Literally put it down, sorted them all out, made them dead parallel as you do. A couple of stones on the spools, and I was just sort of sat there. Next thing you know, I looked down, and it's like the slowest fucking run I've ever fucking seen. I was like, fucking hell, you're not in no hurry, are you, mate? Fucking picked the rod up, and was like, and I weren't too sure what it was for a minute. It was like, felt like a small cat or, you know, a big carp. And anyway, after a couple of minutes, it was a big carp, wasn't it? Fucking this thing was like, I was like, fucking hell. I haven't felt one of these for a fucking while. This is a fucking big one. The old fucking heart's fucking starting to pump a bit fucking harder, innit? And this fucking thing, it buggered off round to the left, round this tree, and I'm like, fucking hell. Giving it some side strain round the tree, managed to turn him, and as he come in front of me, he rolled, and I was like, you know, he rolled again, and fucking out it come. I was fucking gutted, and I was that gutted, I actually let a little yelp when it come off. It was like, I actually made that noise. I was like, fucking hell, Keith. So yeah, fucking gutted. I put the rod back in the bag because I only had an hour left anyway. I went, oh, I ain't gonna bother, I'll just leave that one fishing. I'm sat on there, and I'm head in my hands like this. Fucking hell. And the other ones fucking decided to melt off anyway. That was that little 15-pound common I had. That thing, yeah, that thing's charging up and down the margin like fucking a train on acid, isn't it? Fucking, that thing didn't come off. Oh no, that one stayed on. So anyway, I got him in, took a couple of snaps, and he was on his merry way, and then I was off to work with a little consolation, but that one still hurts because I haven't felt one of them for a while. That was a big one, that was. I was gutted. But then, you know, a big one on your second session, you know, I think some things like that happen for a reason. But it certainly gives me some encouragement to get back down there again. So I'm enjoying my time down there. Anyway, tonight's Friday night. Back down Charlie's, jumped in Govs. There's 4 people on Willow. We'll leave them to it. This one's nice and easy, you know. Jones's was like a load of spodding and that, a lot of hard work for that. We've just jumped in Govs. 1 to me reeds, 1 in a hole, and 1 towards the glory hole. Normal procedure. There's plenty of fish around, a bit on the top. I can't be bothered to do floater fishing. I'm just here to chill out tonight and talk to you guys. So that's it really. The rods are out, they're looking pucker. I guess we'll see what happens. So that's it really. Nothing I want to say is whoever's voted me for king of it, because I've entered king of the catch this year. I did last year, you know. I entered it, sort of got about 50 votes, and then and then that was the end of it. And you know, I sort of give up really. I thought, oh fuck that. But my mate was saying, no, you want to do it this year, blah blah blah. And I was like, well, didn't really get far last year. He goes, no, but you got to put some effort into it, you know. So I was like, okay, I'll do it again. So that's me and Paddy. Paddy, obviously from Willow. That's the biggest one in Willow. Awesome fish. I love Paddy. He's my favourite. So yeah, I just want to say a big thanks to everyone that's voted for me. Feeling the love. Fucking, you know, I couldn't fucking believe it. I literally entered it. Me entry come live Monday. I woke up Tuesday morning and I was like in 3rd place, and I was like, fucking hell, that's remarkable. Do you know what I mean? But sorry for the shameless fucking begging I've been doing, but you know, some serious fucking pot handing going on there. But the old boy says, no, you got to do it. You want to win it, you got to beg. So yeah, I've been begging shamelessly. I think I lost my shame in the shit I had fucking Tuesday morning. Yep, so no shame here. But sorry about that. If that's all you're fucking seeing. But you know, I've got to do it. But anyway, me and Paddy are topping it now, topping the king category, which is great news. So yeah, thank you very much for voting. It is very much appreciated. And if you haven't voted, get on it. I'm sure you'll see it sooner or later. So that's it really. The rods are out. I just wanted to say thanks for voting and all the rest of it. The rods are out. There's a few bubbles. There's fish all over the fucking place, to be fair. So that's it really. I'm going to leave you now with the news. Little quick fire news round. It's only a short one. There's not really much to make a news on its own. So yeah, here's the news. Welcome to the Carpy 10 o'clock news. We're going to smash straight into this news round with the Corda Carpy Plimsolls. There you go, there's the Corda Carpy Plimsolls. They feature a lovely soft touch and boast a lovely rubber non-slip sole. That's just in case you want to do a couple of fucking forward rolls or a couple of star jumps or something like that on the way to your rods. Yep, you can grab yourself some Carpy Plimsolls. Or just in case you want to look like a bit of a fucking girl, you can treat yourself to a pair of Carpy Plimsolls. Carrying on, with the clothing range, they're also bringing out a pair of Carpy socks. There you go, there's the Carpy socks. That's just in case you want to wear a pair of socks with your Crocs and you don't want to look like a bit of an arse. You might have a bit of a job finding them on the shelf though, so you might have to ask for assistance. Next up, we got the Nash Pinpoint Fang Gyro. These have been banging off the shelves like fucking hotcakes, these have. You can grab yourself some Nash Pinpoint Fang Gyros. That's just in case you want to fucking cob away a bit more end tackle. When your rig's spent, you can buy yourself some Fang Gyros. There they are in all their glory. Next up, we got the Airflow Bivvy. Yeah, the Airflow Bivvy is incredibly quick and easy to set up. Simply insert the quick action pump provided to inflate, and within seconds your bivvy will take shape and ready to begin fishing. An erection under 1 minute. No, that ain't happened for a long time. Erected in under 1 minute. Yeah, if you're a fucking athlete, but if you're a fucking fat bastard fucking burger eating carper like me, that's going to be a bit of a fucking workout, that, isn't it? So yeah, if you fancy a bit of an exercise, there's the Airflow Bivvy. You go cracking on. Not too bad if you want to get away in a bit of a hurry. Little Stanley knife, job done, you're away in seconds. Next up, the world's fucking mankiest spoon has just been recovered. Yep, this is it. There you go, there's the world's mankiest spoon. It was found on the banks of Joneses. It had been lost for 3 months, this spoon. It was that fucking mank, even the fucking earth rejected it. Yep. Not even fucking Mother Nature was taking this thing in. So the world's mankiest spoon has been reunited with its owner. So everybody's happy. And last but not least, Andrew Bradley has been using his fucking elastic scales again with this lovely £25 common from Orchard. Well done, Andrew Bradley. I think a new set of scales might be on the cards. If you're a bit short, I'll lend you mine. So that's it. We're coming to the end of that news round. I'm going to leave it there. Thanks for watching, and no doubt I'll see you soon.